We're now going to look at the level 2 resistance approaches. We're going to start with a single set. So Glenn, if you want to do around 8 to 10 repetitions, working your chest. That's it, lovely, well done. So keeping the feet flat on the floor, abs engaged, nice slow and controlled, bringing the arms in and then back out, and make sure you're breathing throughout. So he's going to do around 8 to 10 repetitions, but that can change depending if you're looking at strength or endurance goals. Well done, that's it. If we did more than one set, that would be a basic set, and you'd need to think about the recovery time in between, depending on how many repetitions they did. Great, well done, keep going. That's it, nearly there. So if you want to finish it off there. That's it, well done. If we did one set on a few different exercises, that would be called a circuit, with no recovery in between each exercise.
Today, we're going to look at supersetting. In this example, we are going to perform 2 exercises consecutively without a rest for opposite muscle groups. So Glenn will be performing the tricep push down, immediately followed by the bicep curl. The aim being to minimise the rest in between moving from one exercise to another. Okay, Glenn, so you're working really hard now, keeping the upper arm fixed at the side of the body, head looking forward. Keep your stomach in so your back doesn't arch. Make sure the knees are soft. Keep your wrist straight and you're pushing all the way down to a full extension without locking the elbow joint. That's looking good. Can you feel those muscles working? Yep. Getting close to the end of your reps. That's good. Keep moving and rest the bar down. So having moved straight into the bicep curl, keeping the upper body nice and upright. Again, the upper arm stays fixed, knees are soft. And again, keeping the stomach pulled in so we don't arch the back. Ensure the wrists are straight, curling the lower arm towards the upper arm. So having performed 2 exercises consecutively without a rest, it minimises workout time, but definitely intensifies the workout. Okay, that's good. Definitely looking at those biceps working. And you can rest. So supersetting for opposite muscle groups. This can also be performed for the same muscle group, whereby 2 exercises performed consecutively without a rest for exactly the same muscle.
We are now going to look at the pyramid approach to resistance training, and we are going to demonstrate the ascending pyramid. Now, this requires Katie to perform more than 1 set, and between each set we're going to increase the resistance that she uses and reduce the number of reps. So Katie's first set, she's performing 12 repetitions with her selected weight. So if you'd like to start your 12 repetitions, so a nice controlled movement, keeping alignment with the knees and ankles, not hyperextending the knees at the top. Good. Keep a right angle at the bottom. Good. And then once you finish your 12 repetitions, nice and controlled, return the weight to the stack. Good. The protocol requires 2 minutes rest, and we're going to increase the resistance for the next set, which means she will perform 10 repetitions. Katie has had 2 minutes rest. We've increased the resistance, so she's moving on to set 2, which requires 10 repetitions. So if you'd like to start your repetitions, excellent. So try not to hyperextend the knees at the top and keep a controlled speed of movement. Good. Excellent, Katie. Good, keep that range. Starting to struggle a little bit now. Good. Excellent. So Katie has performed set 2, which was 10 repetitions. We're now going to increase the resistance a little bit more, have another 2 minutes rest, and perform a set of 8 repetitions. Katie is now on to set 3, which is 8 repetitions. We've increased the resistance and we've had our 2 minutes rest. She's keeping good technique throughout again, and as you can see, she's really starting to struggle now, so keep going for the last few reps. Good. Maintain that technique. Good, big push. Excellent. Fantastic. So she's completed set number 3, which was 8 repetitions. We're now going to move on to set 4 after 2 minutes rest. This is our final set. We've increased the resistance and Katie is going to perform 6 repetitions. So as you can see, we've really increased the resistance now. So we're working towards failure on this set. Good, big push now. Excellent. Good. Fantastic. So she's completed an ascending pyramid there, where we prescribed 4 sets. Now, the pyramid approach is beneficial as it can allow you to work through the strength and endurance continuum on one exercise across multiple sets. You can also perform a descending pyramid, which is performed in the opposite way, where you would start with a heavier weight, and each set you reduce the weight and increase the repetitions. You can also do a full pyramid, which involves completing an ascending pyramid first, as we have done, and then a descending pyramid added on to the end. So you do multiple sets, starting by increasing the resistance and reducing the reps to a certain level, and then reversing your way back down so that you complete your last set in a similar way to your first set. The approach I'm going to teach to Ross is the DeLorme and Watkins 10 repetition max approach. Now this involves 3 sets using a progressive resistance at a set percentage of your 10 repetition max. So the first set will be 10 repetitions using a weight that equates to 50% of the weight that you can lift for 10 reps. The second set, after 90 seconds rest, will be using a weight that equates to 75% of your 10 repetition max. And the final set will equate to using a weight that is equal to 100% of your 10 repetition max, so a weight where you'll be working to failure. We have 90 seconds rest between each set, and this is great for a conditioned client looking for some strength or hypertrophy gains. So our first set on the bench press, Ross is using a weight which is equal to 50% of what he can lift for 10 reps to failure, and on this set he's going to do 10 reps. So if you'd like to start, Ross, if you'd like to lift the barbell up, bring it down to the midline of your body and perform 10 reps in a nice controlled manner. Good. So a nice slow controlled tempo throughout, making sure you're not locking the elbows at the top of each rep. Good. And on your 10th rep, if you re-rack the weight. So the first set is complete and we have 90 seconds rest. We're going to increase the resistance to 75% and perform 10 reps again. Ross has had 90 seconds rest. We've increased the resistance to 75% of the weight he could use for a 10 repetition max, and he's going to perform 10 reps on this weight. I'm going to help lift the bar into position for Ross. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So I'm going to lift it up. You got the bar?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to step away and he's going to perform 10 repetitions now in a slow, controlled manner again, ensuring the elbows aren't locking at the top of the rep. And we've got a nice controlled tempo throughout. That's good. Good. And then as he gets towards his final rep, I'm going to help him re-rack the bar. Good. Good. So that was set number 2 of 3, and we're going to increase the resistance now to 100% of the resistance he can use for a set of 10 repetitions. So Ross has had 90 seconds rest. We've increased the resistance again. This is his final set, so it will be 10 repetitions and it will be towards failure at the end. And we're going to help Ross lift the bar into position again, and I'm going to stay here throughout the set as it's quite a challenging resistance for him to use for 10 repetitions. So I'm going to lift it up. When you've got it in position, off you go for your 10 reps. Nice controlled tempo. Good. 1, 2. Excellent range of motion. Keep going. Slight bend in the elbows at the top. That's good technique. Last couple. Good. And final repetition. So push, keep pushing, and re-wrap. All done. Could you have done any more reps at the end there?
No, the last one you helped me.
Fantastic. So we followed the protocol. His last set, where he used the maximum weight he could do for 10 repetitions, we achieved. The approach I'm going to teach to Ross is the Berger 6RM approach. This involves completing 3 sets at a resistance which is equivalent to your 6 repetition max. You will keep the resistance the same for each set, and the protocol involves a 2-minute rest between each set. We are aiming to reach failure on the 6th rep during each set. Ross is going to perform his first set now, which is on the deadlift exercise. So he's going to start by taking an overhand grip, bending through the knees, looking forward, keeping the back straight, engaging the core, driving through the heels and pushing the hips forward for rep 1. Good. Control on the way down. Good. Breathe out. 2. So nice controlled tempo. 3. So halfway. So 4. So 2 more. It should be a bit of a struggle now. 5. And squeeze that 6th one out. Up, up, up. Good. And control down. Good. We're going to have 2 minutes rest now and move on to set number 2, where we're going to keep the resistance the same and the rep number the same as well. Ross has had 2 minutes rest, so we're moving on to set 2, which is using the same resistance for 6 reps again, hitting failure on the final rep. So if you'd like to take an overhand grip again. Good. Keep your back nice and straight, engage your core, head forward, and up you go for your first rep. Good. Sit the hips back and drive the hips forward on rep number 2. Good. 3. Control on the way down. And last 2 now. Up. Good. Final rep. Big push. Excellent. And control down. How did that feel? Heavy. Heavy? Could you have done any more reps?
No.
No? 6 reps. Perfect. So we're going to have another 2 minutes rest and move on to our final set. Ross has had 2 minutes rest, and now he's moving on to his 3rd and final set, again aiming for 6 repetitions. So if you'd like to take an overhand grip, good. Looking forward slightly, engage your core, and when you're ready, drive the hips forward to a near vertical position. Good. Take a breath in, rep number 2. Good. Aiming for 6. 3, controlled on the way down. Good. Up for 4. Good. 5, very good. Okay, let's try and get the 6. Up, okay. Well done, grab your breath. How did that feel?
Yeah, that was harder.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Could have got any more reps out?
No, I think it's 5.
Excellent, perfect. So we used the correct weight there. We managed to hit failure at the end of each set. Now this approach is great for conditioned clients looking to improve their strength base.